Bryan, or am I the only one who can't hear him?
No, I'm not hearing him either right now.
Looks like he had a huge smile on his face. He looked like he had an outstanding entry into the show, and we don't have Bryan yet. So let's. We see Bryan. Hi, Bryan. How are you? We apparently couldn't hear you. He can hear us. He knew that it was his turn to speak. So we will work on getting that ironed out. This is. I find myself wondering in this moment if Jesse Nelson, wanting to make sure that we all know how desperately we need him, has somehow sabotaged the connection. That's my concern. That maybe this is his way of saying, hey, you guys can't live without me. Riley, he would never do that to you, though, right? He likes you.
Yeah, you wouldn't think so. I did everything he told me to do. We had a little pre-show meeting, had me set up all the audio. I clicked all the right buttons, supposedly. Me and Bryan were talking before the show started. I could hear him just fine. So I'm confused. We got Hunter Vaughn, Alex Gravatt in. The cavalry has arrived.
Oh, it takes a village.
It does. It truly does.
All right. So while we try to get Bryan connected, by the way, Bryan Bulaga is one of my favorite people. It takes a lot to get him mad. And he's not, I wouldn't say he's mad at this point. He looks more perplexed and flummoxed. But I can tell that he was very proud of his opening line as he arrived, and it went to waste. So we will work. And it won't be as good the second time around because it'll be like previously done material. So we will work on getting Bryan's voice to include his dashing good looks on the show. We need to, let's do this for those who have not been following this morning's news. Let me take this opportunity to tell everyone what has happened at Vallhalla Golf Course in Louisville, and that is Scottie Scheffler, who, if you're not familiar with him, he's the number one ranked golfer in the world. And he was detained this morning by Louisville police for... This is the list of charges. Second-degree assault of a police officer. Third-degree criminal mischief. Reckless driving. And disregarding traffic signals from an officer directing traffic. The assault charge is a felony. The others are misdemeanors. So he is arriving this morning very early at the Vallhalla Golf Club in Louisville. And traffic outside the course has been affected by a tragic circumstance where a man was hit and killed by a shuttle bus around 5 a.m. Eastern time. So Scheffler, trying to get to the course for round 2 of the tournament, tries to go around the stopped traffic, and according to his statement to ESPN, he thought he was doing what the officers were directing him to do. As he tries to do so, the police try to stop him, and according to Jeff Darlington of ESPN, a officer, and I don't know what this word means exactly, attaches himself to Scheffler's vehicle. Scheffler, according to Jeff Darlington, drives about another 10 yards before realizing what is happening, stops the vehicle. The police officer tries to reach into the vehicle, grabs his arm, tries to open the door from the inside. Scheffler is removed from the vehicle, pushed up against the vehicle, led away in handcuffs. There is some video from Jeff Darlington indicating that he tried to explain
Jason,
who Scottie...
Can you hear me?
Hey!
We're good? All right, we're good.
Welcome to the show, big fella.
Hey, we're back. We're back.
Can you think of a... it would be worse to be arrested going to your golf tournament. So we'll talk about that. But could you think of a worse episode of Wilde and Tausch than me talking for 3 hours by myself? I can't.
Well, the thing that, I mean, if I had to sit here and watch you talk for 3 hours, that would probably be worse. Waiting to see if we can get the connection back, and I'm just sitting here watching you talk. That probably would have bothered me a little bit more.
I don't know what your opening line. I don't know what your opening line was that went to waste, but you more than made up for it with that. That was
yes. I certainly can't repeat. I can't even remember it. I mean, I've been disconnecting, connecting. So I can't remember it. But I'll let you continue on with what you were talking about with Scottie Scheffler, because I was on a walk this morning with Abby and the dog, and it pops. My phone just starts buzzing like crazy, and I look down, and there it is. The ESPN reports Scottie Scheffler's been detained outside of Vallhalla, and I'm like, is it, those things that people would send you on your phone where, you open the link and potentially it's an image that you don't want to see.
Sure.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought it was to start my morning off. And then I open it up and it's a real life article and you're reading through it and you're like, what could have happened here? Now, obviously, like you mentioned, and everyone knows at this point, there was a tragic death this morning, obviously, that happened, which is the main part of this story. But how this all unfolded is absolutely insane to me. Like, I don't understand what went on that now he's being charged, like you said, second-degree assault of a police officer, when what I'm reading is the police officer jumped on his vehicle and is now reporting. I'm just so blown away by this that he's being charged with the assault of a police officer when the police officer jumped on his vehicle. I'm just having a really hard time with it. And listen, I understand. I don't understand. I don't know all the facts. Nobody knows all the facts, but we do know that a police officer jumped on his vehicle. That is the reason why he's being charged with second-degree assault of a police officer, which something's getting mixed there. There's some mixed signals here, and I don't understand what that is. But I was saying this to Riley when we were talking before, and I know I have to say it because I know you'll get a kick out of it. This wouldn't happen at a live event. This would not happen at a live event. If Scottie Scheffler was showing up to a live event, there'd have been no way this would have happened. That's all I'm saying. But regardless, I know that's making light of the situation. But I've never seen anything like this. This is absolutely insane. And I hope he goes out and shoots 600 today. I have it on the YouTube or on my iPad right next to me. Logged into ESPN Plus. Thanks, ESPN. I'm paying for this service to watch more golf. It'd be nice to maybe get a discount on it, but it's okay. I'll pay the full fee. But yeah, I mean, this is just unbelievable what's taken place since 6 a.m. this morning. It's crazy.
So since you've got these streaming up on ESPN Plus, he was supposed to tee off about 3 minutes ago. Has he teed off?
Yep, ball. He's walking to the first fairway. He already hit his tee shot, so he's going.
So let's start here. I do want to know if Bryan Bulaga has ever uttered the phrase, "Do you know who I am?" But we'll get to that. You are an avid golfer. You went from arriving in Green Bay as a rookie as let's call it what it is, not a very experienced golfer, right? You've not played a lot. You are a self-made, decent. Fair?
Yeah, I mean, I was a lot better when I got a while ago, and when I was, when I was playing football and I was golfing, you're, obviously doing more athletic things at the time. You're playing football and
flexibility was better.
Yeah, things were different. Then you stop playing football and the body starts to completely disagree with you and things start to hurt way more. So we'll just say my golf game has gotten worse since everyone thinks, oh, you've probably gotten way better since you've retired. And it's like, nah, not really. One, I don't play as much because my body hurts way more than it did when I was playing. people think that's crazy, but it's the truth. I mean, you're not as, I wouldn't say, obviously I've lost weight, but you're just not doing the same things that you do when you play football, right? And
sure.
So
you don't have Flea and Nate working on you all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't got, like some of the best in the business, making sure my knees feel good, my shoulders good, my back. I don't play as much, and then when I do, I mean, things just don't feel the same as they once did. So I'm okay. We'll just put it that way. I'm all right.
So as an okay golfer, what did you finish second in the member guest tournament? You didn't win it, did you?
No. So actually, a funny story about that. That was like the member guest that all our buddies put on, and it's not really club affiliated. We go to a bunch of different clubs. It's a group of our buddies. We all invite friends, and we have a 3-day tournament. 2 weeks later, my brother came into town, and we won the member guest at the club here. So
the authorized one.
Yeah, the authorized one. So I took a second place and a first place in a short period of time, and it was funny. Everyone's like, so like, you must have gotten hot after you won that member guest. You must have been playing well. I'm like, actually, I haven't picked up a club in like 2 months since. So to be real, everyone's like, oh man, you must be playing great. I'm like, no, I haven't played golf at all. Actually, like my back got after that tournament, my back went all wacky. My shoulder was killing me. So like, no, I didn't pick up a club for a while actually.
And now this elite athlete's exercise is walking with Abby and the dog in the morning. That's
right. That day, listen, like people don't get it, like that, like all the weight training and stuff like that. Like, yeah, when I first retired, like, and got out, like, to try to lose this weight early, like over a year ago, yeah, I was working out hard. Like, my body was still feeling decent. I was rehabbing injuries, and like I wasn't like lifting crazy heavy weight, but I was lifting weights, right?
Sure.
Like I was doing that, but as time has gone on, it's more of those walks with the dog and with Abby. She works out, and then I'm just, we gotta go on a walk this morning, and she's like, yeah, I guess. I'm like, all right, I need some company as I'm walking the dog. And listen, Leroy, my dog Leroy, that's weight training. He's 135 pounds. I got to pull on him when he gets excited. He's a heavy dog, so yeah, I mean, there's some strength training by holding on to a dog on a leash, I guess, but definitely not the same it once was. We'll just put it that way.
So what I want to ask you coming up, since now we've got you locked in, is as a decent golfer, and I was once a decent golfer. I'm going to try and start playing again with both of our girls wanting to play golf, but
nice.
We both know that part of the game, perhaps most of the game, is not in your grip or in your swing. It's in your head. And I am curious to talk about how Scottie Scheffler goes from what happened this morning to being focused and locked in on a major championship opportunity after the morning that he had. Bryan and I will talk about that coming up, because it also applies to your more than decade in the NFL, right? You're as much of an athlete and strength and all the other things go into it, and knowing the game plan. We'll talk a little bit about the event I did with Charles Woodson last night at Lambeau Field too. And I don't think people appreciate, quite frankly, and I know there are guys that don't fit this description, and that they just have great talent and great reactions, and they're able to be great players without being super smart players. But I've always felt like you have to be pretty damn smart to play in the NFL. And that's another aspect to the game that I think gets underrated. So we'll talk about that, about both Bryan Bulaga, NFL player, and Bryan Bulaga, mediocre/decent golfer, as we roll on with Bryan as our cousin sub of the day. Kudos to Alex Gravatt and Hunter Vaughn and Riley Yauk for getting Bryan on the air. He was not detained like Scottie Scheffler. We just had some technical issues. More with Bryan Bulaga, our cousin sub of the day. Stick around. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio. The Homer Hour with special guests every day from 5 to 6.
You would vote the opening of the show should be Brett Favre as an alien.
If a guy wrote a song for me, it would probably be my opening.
All right.
That's just me.
Well, but how many other people do you think have written a song for me?
None.
Pepper, what's your vote?
I will say 0 as well.
You guys are so mean and accurate.
Thank you.
The Homer Hour with Homer. Weekdays from 5 to 6. Right here on 94.5 ESPN and streaming live on YouTube.
Another MVP has joined the roster at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Dr. Michael Nolte. Expertscape recently named him part of the top 1% of spine expertise in the world. Dr. Nolte has published over 50 peer-reviewed articles in leading scientific journals and authored more than 100 national presentations. They added this MVP specialist for orthopedic, neurosurgical, and spine care because at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, there is a difference.
Since 1899, Port Washington State Bank has been dedicated to helping small businesses. I'm James Showalter, president of PWSB and a proud resident of Ozaukee County. For over 5 generations, we've been helping businesses in southeastern Wisconsin do more. Our commercial lending team takes the time to listen and provide the care you deserve. We're proud to serve this community, and we'd be proud to serve your business. Stop into Port Washington State Bank today.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Spring into massive April savings with the Midwest #1 automotive leader at your nearby Milwaukee Metro Region Cunis Auto Group dealership. Get incredible spring cleaning sale pricing on America's best-selling brands from both Buick and GMC at nearby Cunis locations in Greenfield and Oak Creek. Your April savings will blossom with incredible spring cleaning savings and discounts on our entire inventory of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. At Cunis, we make it easy to find the vehicle of your needs, always at a price and payment that you can afford. Spring is the perfect time to refresh your ride. We're paying top Kelly Blue Book values on your trade, no matter what the mileage or condition. The weather's warming and the deals are getting hot at your Cunis Auto Group dealerships, the Midwest #1 automotive leaders. Spring is the season for savings, exclusively at your local Milwaukee Metro Region Cunis Auto Group dealerships, or shop online at shopcunis.com.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor. If it's a celebrate or tailgate, when you're gonna recreate upstate. If it's a holiday, birthday, any date, you can save at Discount Liquor.
Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. It's time to stock up for your Memorial Day weekend celebrations. Whether you need a couple of cases, a cold half barrel, a great bottle of wine, your favorite craft beer, or hard-to-find liquor, you'll find it at Discount Liquor, all at the lowest prices in town. Visit us at 51st in Oklahoma and Milwaukee, and on Barstow in Maine in downtown Waukesha. Voted best liquor store in Milwaukee again. Have a happy and safe Memorial Day weekend from all of us at Discount Liquor.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Check out all of our weekly specials at discountliquorinc.com.
Hey, Drew Scott here, and I'm Jonathan Scott, reminding you that life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance. They can help you get just the right protection at just the right price and help you save when you bundle home and auto. Kind of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It'll be just right for you. We love a custom build. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.